Welcome to Country Kickback, where you'll hear the latest music from performers you already know and discover new music and artists from around the world. If you have an artist you'd like us to chat with, reach out to the team at countrykickback.com, or you can watch our live videos and more by following us on social media and YouTube. Here is your host, Danni Shaw, with the latest from Country Kickback.
Hello. First day after the weekend. What have you guys been up to? We didn't have a show last night, which is unusual. So tell us what you've been and where you've been listening to music over the weekend. Thank you for joining us again. I know that we're bringing you lots of shows, and I hope that you are enjoying it all because there's so much music coming out at the moment, and it's nice to fit as many of them in as we can so that you guys know what you're listening to and where to look. Thank you. I've already got a couple of messages saying shared. So thank you very much for those of you that are sharing. It does help, and it's great to get all the artists out to different places. So if you can share, it's wonderful. I spoke a couple of weeks ago about a merchandise order. I have ordered one lot, and it is a little bit delayed because they've had one issue with their printing, but it is being fixed. I am doing another order hopefully by the end of next week. So if you do want some hats or shirts or anything, just jump on and send me a message, and let me know your size of what you'd like, and I can order it in the next order for you. Anyways, we've got a fair few shows coming tonight. We've got two tonight, and we've got quite a few others booked this week. So keep an eye out on the page as they come up. Scott's been doing some great advertising things, and we'll pop the link up once everything's confirmed. I'll try and get the link up as quickly as I can. Sometimes it just have to wait until the program allows it, but most of the time we get it ahead. So if you've been listening to music, tell me who you're listening to in the comments at the moment, but we might welcome the Dalmatians into the room. Hello.
Hello. Thanks, Danni.
Hi.
Hey.
It's great to have all three of you there.
Yes, well, we're down one member. Johnny's not
Johnny.
here. He's got a stomach bug, but that's good because he won't fit on the lounge anyway.
Yeah, that's right. I've had so many bands over the last 2 years where I've had to have just one person because we can't all be in the same room. So it's nice to see multiple faces for a change. Right. Oh, dear. So we haven't had you guys on the show before, and I know that we're here to talk about your last few singles, but can you tell us a bit about all three of you, your music careers, and how you got to be involved in releasing music and the genres that you are in?
Wow, do you want to go first, Hayden?
All right. Sure thing. Well, mine started with a while ago. I kind of just grew up like playing keyboard, piano, and making stuff up, but I studied music back in 2017 at Canberra Institute of Technology, and that's actually where I met this one over here, Naomi. We've been playing in bands together, her and I, for quite a while now. We kind of come as a package deal all of the time.
Yep.
So we know each other's styles pretty well, and it's all well and good fun. I've played with a few artists around recently, but it's all kind of coming more to fruition these days, this past couple of years. But in terms of right now, the main project that I think I'm a part of for the most part right now actually is the Dalmatians here, and I'm keen to get more stuck into it. Yeah.
How long have you guys been playing together as the Dalmatians? What year did you start?
So the Dalmatians started about nearly 4 years ago.
Yep.
Me and Johnny started that band, and Naomi and Hayden have come on more recently.
Yes.
With the demand for bigger gigs, so we're going for a bigger sound. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Growing as everyone wants music now. Everyone's itching.
Yeah. That's it.
So yes, go down the line. Who wants to go next?
Over to you. What's your influence? What have you been doing?
I think I was kind of raised on rock and roll since I was that's what my dad's doing. Thanks, Dad. And then I didn't like college very much, so I dropped out of college to go do music. And I met Hayden there and met some other awesome musicians, and one thing led to another. And Hayden and I were lucky enough to meet Johnny and Will and join the Dalmatians. And
Yeah.
I still feel like we're like the kiddos of the band.
Yeah.
Because you know, we like our musical experience is still like, I feel like we're still just starting out now. But yeah, feeling super, super excited to be a part of
Yeah.
the Dalmatians and super lucky as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Yeah, so I've been around a little bit longer than these guys. But I've sort of done the journey with an originals band, you know, way back in the day. It was all very experimental and serious. And then I did a long period of covers kind of bands.
Yes.
And then, you know, more recently I decided that I was really wanted to pursue the original side of things, and I've dropped back my cover work. I tend to refuse cover jobs now, unless, you know, I'm really, you know, my arm is twisted. And so we met these guys, and the fit's just really good. And you know, it's the indie folk rock thing, and it's all positive change, kind of affirmation, fun kind of stuff. And yeah, we were really enjoying it. Yeah,
it's so interesting having different backgrounds too, coming and bringing all these different experiences and different I guess different tastes and different what you've grown up on listening to. Does that make it harder or easier to play because you're bringing all those different things in?
I think it actually makes it easier, you know, to be honest.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
agree.
the melting pot is just such a wonderful place. You know, like you know, I grew up on Pink Floyd, you know.
Yeah.
That's what my parents were playing.
Yes.
These guys grew up with different things. We've had rock and roll and you know, even probably you've done a bit of classical music, I imagine.
Oh, a little bit. Actually, you know what? I got more into the jazz side of things, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah.
So I've got all these too many notes on the keyboard at once, maybe.
Yeah. But we're very much about the wall of sound, so you know, more is better.
Yeah.
Just put it in there.
Throw it in, see what happens. Let it go. Well, I love it. You guys are sounding fantastic at the moment, and we were originally here to talk about your Millionaire single, but we were talking about it before. Faraway Man was the release before that, and you released it on Anzac Day. Tell us a little bit about why you released that and the meaning it had to you guys.
You look, I guess I'll start to talk about it because you know, it sort of came out of somewhere. I just you know, I think it was when we left Afghanistan, something triggered in me, and I wrote this song, and then I started mucking around with video at the same time, and so the video and the music for this song were created together.
Wow.
And yeah, so the two go hand in hand. So we released it as a YouTube video. And it's not yet out on Spotify, so we're working on that one. I've got to get with my distributor now and do the whole thing.
So
yeah, look, the thing is, I suppose patriotism is something that everyone can participate in a different way, and patriotism includes not wanting to go to war and not agreeing with any of that stuff. So I'm just exploring the whole idea of, you know, what it is that patriotism is, and how do we, you know, kind of sit with that. And, you know, it's all very well to go off to war and all that, but it actually affects a lot of people, and particularly it affects your partner.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
there was something really, you know, we're all from second and third degree trauma from World War II and beyond, you know, like, you know, it's hand-me-down stuff that we should talk about. Yeah,
exactly. I think it's interesting you touch base, you know, especially the people that are left behind, because I guess for the people that go, they're in the moment and it's different for them. But the people that are left behind, it's almost like life has just gone on and people have forgotten about what they're going through, because they still have to get up and feed their animals, feed the kids and go to work. It's still, all those things are still the same, and the pressure, people don't see how much pressure it puts on behind the scenes of pretending that everything's normal when it's not really. And they're worried. There's so many layers to that we probably haven't thought about a lot.
Yeah, and then those people come back and they're not the same.
That's right. Yeah. That's exactly. There's more change and more pressure on everybody. Yeah. It's a hard one, and it's a good one to were you nervous releasing that song?
Yeah, I was, and I did a fair bit of consultation around it to make sure I got it right as
Okay, yes.
right as we could. You know, and we talked about it, and to make sure that there wasn't anything we were going to trigger that wasn't fair or right or like it's a tough one.
It is.
It's a very difficult one.
And it is, everyone has such different and strong opinions. It is hard to keep it so that it doesn't upset people or doesn't affect them in different ways. But it's also something that
you want it to go far and wide because we're artists and we want everyone to see our work. But at the same time, releasing it on Anzac Day means like, are we just like trying to profit from someone else's misery, or all of those questions pop up in your mind.
That didn't even enter my head, that thought. I hadn't even thought of that. Then I guess you don't also get very much music out of releasing a song, do you? Like you don't do it for money because you don't get that much from a song, really.
No.
Certainly not from streams, not these days.
So I guess
0.0034
whatever it is.
Yeah, per play, and if you don't play it a certain percentage of the way through, you don't get that either.
Right.
Crazy. I have that conversation. So many people still think that when you release a song, or even when you get a #1 single, that you make a fortune from it, and you're lucky if you get enough to pay for a cuppa. It really hardly ever.
Yeah. Legit.
You release music, you must be rolling in it.
We wish.
It'll be a passion project all the way.
It's something you do it because you have to, like, you can't help it. It's just like burning in you. It's got to come out. And if you didn't, you'd probably go nuts. So, and that's art, and we accept it. But at the same time, it's
Do all three of you write? Do all three of you guys write, or do you all have a bit of a say in the same process?
Yeah, I think we all write music.
I do as well.
I haven't quite released my own music or anything yet, but it's something that I'm planning to do sometime soon, and I think you as well.
Same here, I don't know what form it's going to be in or when it's going to happen. Probably 10 years down the track when I, kick my ass into gear a little bit. But
that's exciting.
We'll get you going and released.
Yes, I love that. Because sitting on your music, knowing that you've written it, and wanting, it's hard to sit sometimes. So you guys are doing really well to keep that under. Tell us about Millionaire, your current single. It is your current one, isn't it? The one that they've sent through Millionaire. Because I was listening to your music and I'm thinking, what order did I listen in? I kept playing.
Good songs.
Where do you choose? I love that when you can put it on shuffle and you don't have to. You just let it choose for you.
Side.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about that.
Millionaire. Okay, so look, I conceived that one, and how it came about was I actually spent a bit of time living on a yacht, but it wasn't in that sort of high-end kind of yacht. It was pretty grungy.
You've made a lot of money out of these songs, haven't you?
And I'd saved up and basically blew all my money living on this yacht, sailing around the place. But when we were out and about, you'd see these enormous yachts come by, and they had a skeleton crew on them. They were transferring these yachts to the Bahamas or somewhere where they'd meet their owners for a few days, and then the owners would fly off, and then they'd sail them all the way back to Europe to meet their owner again, who just happened to want to be on the yacht for a weekend in sometime. Like, this is an extravagant waste of money, and I just was motivated to write the song about millionaires, and it references yachts and people living, lifestyles that they don't deserve.
Yes.
It's quite fun. These guys have really helped with the sound, really given a lot of energy when we play it, which I really appreciate. And the thing is, I suppose also, it's a bit of a poke at Eddie Maguire as well about, that TV show, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Or Millionaire Hot, it's called now. So we have a bit of a poke at him, and he's an easy target, but I'm sure he'll handle it.
I wasn't sure if you're going to throw the Collingwood in there as well. That would have just
Yeah, well, we won't mention the Collingwood fans.
Actually, I'm a Collingwood.
Oh,
Oh, no. Now you're not just looking for a bass player.
Yeah, that's it. No Collingwood.
No Collingwood. First thing, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, you're just witnessing the breakup, right? now.
This is my first one. I promise I don't normally do that. Oh dear. Yeah, tell us about the reaction to Millionaire, and have you had a lot of reaction from the song and people getting back to you, and have you had much chance to play it live?
Well, what do your people think?
Wow, for me, like the first time I heard it, I was like, "Whoa! Like this has come out of Canberra. Like this is such a bloody good track." Like
That's huge.
I was hooked. It was the first time I heard from the Dalmatians that I was like, "Right,
Yeah.
I need to find my way into this band."
Hide the Collingwood fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been showing like some people, like whenever we're asked like, "Oh, what are you up to?" We're like, "Oh, we're doing this band, the Dalmatians." We're showing people the songs. And
Yeah.
whatnot. So, always getting good feedback.
That's awesome.
Yeah, look, and it's on the Spotify playlist. It's been quite, successful in the sense that it seems to land in a few different genres. So like it
Yes.
ends up in country rock, and then it's ended up in funk. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay." So that's a good sign, I think. So somewhere rock seems to join country through to funk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
nice.
I honestly think we're getting better and better at crossing genres, and we just mix it with whatever we want, and that's good.
Yeah.
I think it's great, and especially in Australia, because a lot of the fans that go to all the live, it's often the same people. They do go to all the country ones, and they go to all the local people. They like to be at the Australian gigs and Australian shows. So I think we are getting a lot of crossover with fans and areas, which is really good, because we're such a sort of a family industry. Doesn't matter what genre we are in this country. It's definitely got a good feel to it.
I think that's true. I think
Yeah, I agree.
Australian music fans
Yes.
are really open to all sorts of things. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
They're good. It's great. It's a great audience because they're not judging by that category. They're judging by what they feel and what they hear in it. So, yeah, I love that. But I do like the idea of someone bringing a yacht to me on a faraway island just for once. See what everyone
Part of the solution, not part of the problem.
Just imagine that. I'd be do it for a weekend and off they go. Wow. If you have that much money to throw away, maybe we should put our addresses out there. Drop some this way. Oh, here's my power bill. That'd be great.
Oh God.
Especially at the moment, my power bill's going to be huge because it's so cold. I bet you guys are the same with this cold snap we've got going across. So, you guys you were talking earlier before we went live about you're concentrating at the moment on recording and getting some music out there. What is your plan for the rest of the year and for the Dalmatians? What are you heading towards?
Are you happy for me to speak to that?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So these guys have joined recently, and they've become familiar with our set.
Awesome.
And so the plan is to get a bass player. Hello, any bass players out there? We don't like and then we're really keen to hit the festival circuit. So around Canberra, there's a reasonable festival circuit. There's country gigs and what have you, and it's pretty consistent. So we're really keen to get on board with that. There's we have the National Folk Festival in Canberra. So being sort of indie folk rock, we're looking to get involved with that. That would be pretty cool.
Definitely.
Yeah, but primarily we do sort of social kind of music, positive change messaging and stuff. So we're looking to get involved with some of those things. There's a lot of gigs for Ukraine around the place at the moment, but also we've got a gig with Milestone Entertainment coming up, who's organising something around suicide prevention, which is something we do have music around these sorts of things. They're kind of very serious kind of stuff. But we like to open it up a bit and make sure it's not too serious.
Yes.
But if it is going to be serious, then we like to give it like everything, like be really authentic with it.
Yes, no, that's fantastic. Actually, and especially in music, suicide is something that has hit our industry very hard, especially over the last few years. With everyone's had such a tough time, but music and entertainment has had a lot of issues. So it's a great thing to support for multiple reasons. So it's wonderful to be able to do that. And I think sometimes keeping it light gets the message across easier too, doesn't it? It's, giving that story and trying to get it through to people, and music does that.
Yeah, I think then if you sort of keep it open and lighthearted in some ways, it kind of invites more people to talk about their own struggles.
Yeah, it makes them comfortable to
yeah, just a comfortable environment to welcome people in to share in music and to open up and get better together kind of thing.
That's fantastic. So that is the plan. Where is the best place to find out where you guys are playing and when you're releasing new music, and what's the best places? I know you've got Facebook. Where are you most active, I guess?
Well, Facebook's a good starting place. We've got a Facebook site there. We've got so that's at Dalmatians.
The Dalmatians music, I think.
The Dalmatians music. Sorry.
Someone remembers.
I get confused because we've also got a website which is www.dalmatiansmusic.com.
Okay.
Is another way.
Lose the.
Yeah.
Minus the.
Minus the.
Minus that. Okay, I will put that in the comments when we finish.
Yeah. So we've got Far Away Man, we mentioned, is being really taken up quite surprisingly well in the film festival scene.
Yes. Okay.
So most film festivals, we've got one coming up in Brisbane, and if we do well, we get into the finals and that, we'll fly up to Brisbane for that.
Is that a thing that people can vote for? Is that a thing that public can vote?
Well, I think no, I'm not sure. I think on the night, some of them you can vote if you attended, but most of them, I think you've got a bunch of experts who review your film and decide whether you've won or not, and then they show the winners at the festival. So that's coming up in September, I think. Color tape.
That sounds amazing.
If you get onto our Facebook page, you'll see all of the news about Far Away Man and how well it's doing at the film festivals. Yeah.
So is that an area that you ever thought you would become part of, doing music, or was that something that just happened as a result? It wasn't a plan to head down that path.
Yeah, look, that was a little bit of a coincidence in that because, as I said, the song and the video sort of were written together, and they seem to combine so well that it has a lot of appeal. Yes. And I guess at the moment too, with Ukraine and all that, the sort of whole war thing, probably is brings a focus to it. So I think the film festivals are picking up on it for that reason.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense too, and it's a very good way to get it out. It's a good thing to think of. Not of artists have done that sort of thing. Music.
No, it's right up our alley, and that may be a point of difference for us. Yeah,
it's great. Yes. So, do you have a date for your next release, or not quite yet?
Almost exactly. So I have just yesterday received the final version of Far Away Man for the Spotify release. Wonderful. And I'm going to follow the formula. You need to put it out 4 weeks.
Yes.
Give it 4 weeks so that the algorithms can pick it up and various people can listen to it and decide which playlists. And I'm going to follow we're going to follow the routines and get it released so that it generates a lot of interest. So watch out for Far Away Man. Yeah.
Watch out for Far Away Man. Hope you guys, if you're able to, send me through the link when it's up for your pre-save, pre-order, and we'll pop it on the page so people can see it that way as well.
Thank you. Appreciate
awesome.
that.
Thank you.
And I have actually, I know that we were talking earlier, but guys, I didn't mention it, and I usually do. I have in the top of the comments, there is the YouTube and the Spotify for these guys. So when we finish the live, you can go back through the comments and click on the links, and it should take you straight to their pages so you can subscribe or follow that way as well. But yes, I can't believe it's been 25 minutes already. I'm so good. I tell everyone, yeah, we're about 20 minutes,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
don't think I've
So
done
fun.
it yet. I'm shocking. Everyone's like, "Oh, let's go for 20 minutes." Yeah. Oh, I've really got to stop dreaming. Oh dear. Thank you so much for coming on to chat to us. It's been great having you guys. I'd love to have you back in a couple of weeks when you release the next single, and we can help promote it. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, let's keep scheduling these for our rehearsal days.
Every Monday.
We can do that. And that was a fluke, but we can do Mondays. It is Monday, isn't it? I don't know what day it is.
Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, thank you. It's been great. It's lovely to see people coming. As I said to you before, we've had so many different genres, and it's lovely to get that into the show because it just opens people to a different door they might not have heard. And your music is fun, and it's good, and it's got meaning behind it, which makes it really special. So,
Thank you so much, Danni.
thank you guys. Thank you for joining. And I know that we've said to you guys we're coming back in shortly. It's about 7:15. I don't know what time it is now. It's about 7:15. We'll be live again with Brianna Grace from. She's coming. I think she's in Queensland still, so we're gonna have a chat to her very shortly. So stick around. But while you wait, head up in the comments and make sure you subscribe and like the YouTube page and the Spotify while you're there as well. Thank you again. We will see you guys very soon, I hope.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, see you everybody. See you shortly.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you for listening. We hope you've enjoyed today's program. See you next time with the latest with Country Kickback.